Alright, so this video is going to be an addendum to my previous two Naruto reviews and just overall covering these two topics. One, as far as where Sasuke is headed and just overall this confusion, the never-ending confusion of what is Sasuke planning on doing, as well as Kakashi versus Obito, giving a little more of an examination on it, and just talking about the power scale and how a lot of people are flipping out that Kakashi beat Obito with apparently a lot of ease to it. So let's start off with the Sasuke situation. Now, people at this moment are still flabbergasted exactly what the fuck is up with Sasuke. They're like, yo, what's going on? And my take on it at this point is that creepy vibe that I was getting from him, and that, like, you know, he can't be trusted, this is something weird. I think that it amounts to the fact that, yeah, he might really want to be Hokage, but in his own way and on his own terms, and just overall in a kind of anti-hero own, you know, self-justice way. When he was saying let it burn in Naruto 635 regarding the Jubi and everything, I think there's a possibility when he was saying, I want to create I want to start a new system, just get rid of this antiquated system. There's a possibility that, in his mind, the tailed beasts need to be eradicated at this point. And that's one of the things where it's like, again, this is his self-justice, what he feels like he should do. And that might lead up to where Naruto and Sasuke might fight. It might not be a friendly, you know, oh, we're going after the title of Hokage. Now, people have been saying, oh, well, if Sasuke was evil, wouldn't have Naruto realized it? And he probably has. Look at Sakura's fake smile when Sai was talking to her, which, by the way, it's freaking crazy that one of the few people that is making sense at this point is Sai. But I think Naruto and Sakura realize that Sasuke isn't this happy-go-lucky guy. It's not like, yo, we got the old Sasuke from 2 years ago back. No, you got Sasuke with this new agenda that, yeah, he wants to do what his brother wanted him to do and become, like, you know, Itachi would love for him to become Hokage, but he's doing it in his own way. In his own mind, he thinks that possibly he needs to get rid of the tailed beast out of this world, and that might lead up to Naruto versus Sasuke, him wanting, yo, Kurama needs to die, and Naruto's gonna be like, yo, that's, what are you are you crazy? And that right there would be like basically Sasuke saying, this is why Naruto has to die, and this might lead up to their fight. And overall, just Sasuke, I think that he is at this point, which I previously stated in one of my reviews, is like Danzo. He's going to want to be a Hokage and be of this, you know, power, have this reign over stuff, but do it in his own path, in his own way, which will come off as evil, which will come off as like, yo, what's going on? And at the time right now, Naruto and Sakura aren't going to say anything because they're in the middle of a battle. Sakura is still, you know, half like, oh my god, Sasuke's here, and she don't want to admit to herself or, you know, say it out loud that he's really not all that good. We don't know exactly to what extent he's quote-unquote evil, which he's not really evil at this point, I don't think. It's just basically self-serving himself at this point, like, this is what I want to do, this is how I think things should be done, screw what everyone else thinks. And we will see more of this outcome once the Jubi and Madara have been dealt with, exactly what path Sasuke is going to go and how dark he will go. But at the moment, basically cut and dry, Sasuke, he's an anti-hero at this point, I feel. He thinks that pretty much getting rid of the tailed beast, getting rid of Naruto with Kurama, he wants to change the system, make sure nothing ever happens like what happened to his brother, and he's going to do it in any means necessary, even if he has to use Orochimaru and all these people and do some crazy shit to get to that answer that he's looking for. Now, as far as Kakashi versus Obito, a lot of people are like, yo, what is going on? How in the blue fuck did Kakashi defeat Obito? One of the things when I was looking at it personally, which it bothers me slightly, but at the same time you gotta look at it. The big secret to Obito's power, why everyone was like, yo, we can't do nothing against him, was his Kamui. Everybody was like, yo, is he invisible? They didn't even know what to make of it for the longest time. What is going on here? So, even if, let's just say, Nagato, Kisame, any of them fought him, if they didn't know about the Kamui, they would have just, like, ran at, you know, an invisible shadow and he would have killed them. The fact of the matter is, the secret behind his power, a big majority of it was that, but since Kakashi had that figured out, one of the big factors to his power was out the window. But he also didn't use some of his powers, which really is what makes the disconnect and makes it seem like, yo, what is going on? He didn't use his Rinnegan. He didn't use the Mokuton, you know, the wood style that he previously was shown. And it kind of makes you wonder if Obito is really done, if Obito is really truly dead at this point, once Madara is about to sacrifice him for the Rinne Tensei. Why was we previously shown that he can do Mokuton style if we weren't going to see it again? Was that just for the impact of that particular chapter, or was it foreshadowing? I was hoping that it would be foreshadowing, that he would use this style in order to fight, you know, one of these people. But if he's truly going to die after the sacrifice, then what was the point of seeing the Mokuton style? And that is the disconnect, one of the big disconnects of the fight. Because the Kamui was definitely one of the factors, but he also had some other aces in the hole that he didn't really use against Kakashi. You can partially say maybe it's the inner Obito fighting like, yo, in a way I don't want to do this, this is my friend, so he wasn't going all out. You can possibly say that, but at the same time, Obito has just been coming off as an evil dick. So it's like, can you really put that in the equation when at the same time he's like talking about killing and this and that? So you got to really look at it on that standpoint. I mean, we did see the flashback, so we kind of get like, okay, Obito was possibly thinking this while they were fighting, and that's why he wasn't going out. But regardless, the fact of the matter is that even after the fight, he still said, you might have won the battle, but I'm going to win the war. Meaning he was pretty much going as much as he can, and he still didn't use Rinnegan and Mokuton, and Kakashi didn't really like... In this battle, for Kakashi to have won and it be more accepted, I would say at least Kakashi should have lose a goddamn ligament. Like, yo, if Obito would have took one of his arms and like something like that, and you know they really went out all out in a battle, I would have said okay, that's acceptable. But Kakashi really didn't necessarily like get a full on battle with him. It felt as though while they were fighting, for the most part, it was just like a lot of flashback and not necessarily a detailed fight with Obito going all out against Kakashi. Which again, why didn't he use Rinnegan and Mokuton? I understand that he is not necessarily as strong because the Kamui is no longer a secret that, you know, how do you do it? But still, he should have, you know, overall, at the very least, give Kakashi a very bad whipping. Because when you look back at it, Kakashi struggled with a lot of the members of the Akatsuki when he fought them. You know, when they fought Kakazu, when they fought all these people, he struggled. So going up against Obito, he shouldn't... realistically, he probably shouldn't even have won the battle unless Obito let him win. But at the same time, it's like, okay, overall, Obito was the head of the Akatsuki. The reason, mainly, the Kamui, I feel as though that was one of the big reasons why he bamboozled and tricked everyone. Because in all honesty, I think in every aspect, Nagato was a better leader. I think that if Nagato knew about the Kamui and knew, like, just pretty much the gist of it, he could have taken out Obito. And as a leader, definitely better than Obito. So I think in that aspect, the reason why mainly Obito was a leader was because he tricked everyone. A lot of his plan and a lot of his ascension to the head of the Akatsuki was using tricks and, you know, basically bamboozling everyone. Because in actuality, without his Kamui, you know, he still had Rinnegan. Well, he didn't even have Rinnegan in the past. So he had the Kamui style, which we don't even know if he necessarily knows how to use at this point. Because when he did use the Mokuton back in the day, he actually, like, it seems as though he blacked out. So we don't even know for sure if he could use the Mokuton style. But overall, does it slightly make sense that Kakashi beat him? In a way. Because, you know, again, the big factor that made Obito what he was no longer there. The Kamui wasn't a secret anymore. But overall, Kakashi defeating the leader of the Akatsuki when he previously got killed pretty much against Nagato, Pain, and also struggled against a lot of the Akatsuki. No, it doesn't make sense. It kind of, when you look at it on that aspect, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Really? Really? But overall, we'll just have to see where it goes. Because Obito doesn't seem as though he's completely finished. Because I think if Kishimoto was going to kill him off, he would have did it there. He wouldn't, like, prolong it and watch Obito suffer. So, again, in essence, to put it simplistic, I feel as though there was some sense to the fight with Kakashi and Obito, but overall, Kakashi shouldn't have won that. And if he did win it, he should have won it with pretty much, like, being really fucked up and having to really go all out and use some sort of strategy. And it seems as though Kishimoto simplified it in order to move on to bigger and better things. And that's where I was pretty much looking at it. It was like, okay, Obito's ace in the hole, the Kamui is kind of gone, so Kakashi was kind of able to defeat him, along with Obito kind of having these repressed memories of, like, this is my friend, so it made him hold back. But at the same time, it's like, Kakashi defeated Obito, Madara Uchiha wannabe with the mask. It really makes you wonder, and that's my question to you guys. For me personally, I'm not that bothered by it, but I am bothered by it at the same time, the fact that Kakashi defeated Obito, because it made some sort of sense, but it didn't. Best way to put it. What do you guys think, though? First of all, Kakashi versus Obito, the finale, Kakashi defeating him. Did it make sense to you overall as a whole? Not just looking at it as, oh, Obito was the head cheese of the Akatsuki and he lost to Kakashi. Overall, the fight with the Kamui being kind of out the window, which was, you know, the main source of his trickery. Do you think that it made sense? And as far as, again, the previous topic, Sasuke, do you think that he's pretty much an anti-hero at this point with a very sick and twisted goal? Let me know in the comment section below your overall thoughts of these two topics. Again, this was pretty much an addendum to those two. But that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see where a lot of this is going to head, because the Obito thing, I'm not so sure, I'm not certain that he's actually dead at this point yet. I still think that he might somehow survive out of all of this, because why not just kill him right then and there? Maybe there's more to Obito and what's going to happen. And as far as the whole thing with Sasuke, do you really think that he's good? Is he evil? Your overall thoughts on this. What is his exact plans from here on out? But that's all I have for this video. I'm for World, and as always, people, have an awesome day.